Violet.
Violet.
Vert.
Vert.
Jaune.
Jaune.
Noir.
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 My name is Nick Golson. I am a MFL teacher, specifically French, and I have come from running a small charity in London for the last 7 years.
Which is faster, Usain Bolt or a Formula One?
My name's Angela Cooper. I'm a chemistry teacher and I used to be a chartered accountant and then an investment banker.
I think I thought I was a pretty organised person. I came from an environment in which I felt, okay, my time management's pretty good, I'm where I need to be, but teaching requires a level of kind of personal organisation that just it knocks you over.
As soon as you see me point at the colour, get the word in your head. Okay. There.
There.
So I think just how tired I am is the biggest surprise. When I get home at the end of every day, I'm completely shattered.
So if I divide by 3,600 instead of dividing by 1, that would convert it to kilometres per second. But I need metres per second. How am I going to do that, Eunice?
Because you have these fixed points each week, these immovable lessons, which you just have to be standing in that place at that time with the stuff you need. There's no, oh, let's push the meeting back because I'm running a bit late, or actually today I need to do this, so you guys get on without me. No, you will be there in that room at that time, kind of ready to go.
You put the variables inside the equation, so you put the speed, the distance, which is 100 metres, and you put the time, which is 9.58 seconds, and you divide them, and then you get the speed.
I've had lots of little light bulb moments. I mean, they happen every day, really.
I saw 3 of the pupils. I can remember where they sat. There's the second one there, third one there. They all suddenly got it.
Particularly my year 11s have really started to take things seriously, and seeing how much they've progressed from a year ago is really rewarding.
And, Misa, and 2 of them never normally kind of participate. So I suddenly thought, oh my God, I've taught them something. Wow, look at that. Their pleasure in mastering that and mine in having kind of somehow transferred this knowledge to them was just fabulous.
Gris.
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 Very good. Okay.
A Now Teach teacher is someone who brings their life experience into the classroom, and oftentimes their life experience is not just rich because of the varied tapestry of what they've done in their life, but also full of excitement about what they're going to inject in the lives of the students in front of them.
And there's lots of information out there. Find out as much as you can and try and get an idea, I would say, of a kind of culture, which is things like the behaviour policy, the mentoring internally and stuff. And if you're someone who really likes structured, sort of formal environments, look for signs of that. If you're someone who thinks, oh no, I want to be as independent as I can, I've got my own ideas, fine, look for that. So, because there is a spectrum. I mean, school is, don't get me wrong, is a controlled, hierarchical environment, but there are shades within that. So I would do a bit of work, and Now Teach can advise you on school culture. So don't be too just don't grab the first opportunity without investigating it a bit.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Silence in between the rounds.
I have found going from notionally being in charge, where everything comes to you. What are you going to do? What are we going to do about this? Is the budget done for next year? Is I don't think my pension contributions are right. I don't think my holiday days are updated. All this stuff that ends up with you, and you end up in the evening thinking, oh God, I need to do so-and-so's review. Oh, I haven't done the budget for that. To replace that with the crystal clarity of exactly what your role is, exactly where you need to be to do it, exactly what your responsibilities are. I have these many lessons, these many duties, these meetings, this is where they happen, these are the rooms they happen in, I know exactly who I ask about. This is, I think, incredibly kind of liberating, refreshing.
I know for some of our older generation of the Now teachers who trained with us in the first cohort, they have really rich examples of working in other sectors that students love to hear about, and also have got great connections to the world beyond that can support students with getting work experience too.
Kinetic, also less of a store, but go on, Ahmed.
Is it biological?
If you're very used to PAs and having things done for you, forget that. You will be photocopying and chopping. Teachers spend a lot of time making bits of paper slightly smaller than they were before, so pupils can stick them in books.
I used to present at meetings, but very different. It's because there's sort of a crowd control element to teaching, which you didn't have with the investment bankers.
Where I work, we had some training at the beginning which did literally make you stand up and practice, for example, standing at the door greeting your pupils. Morning, good morning, coat off please, good morning, do now on the board, morning, coat off, you know, just to get some sort of muscle memory of those sort of things. And you get feedback. Schools are incredibly good at giving feedback.
I've noticed with Now Teachers the ability to take feedback, be highly reflective and have a huge amount of perspective is something that might feel like you can't notice, that they take feedback very, very well. They hear the problem and try and find solutions, and they're often very quick at navigating how the practical will work in often quite complicated situations.
You can divide it by, if you were doing minutes, you divide by 60 because there's 60 minutes in an hour, and then for seconds it's
Carry on, you're on the right track.
I don't know, I can't remember how many seconds in an hour. 3,600.
Yeah, so it's dividing by 60 twice.
Yeah, I definitely think that I've got a lot to learn still. So I am interested in professional development. And this school is particularly good at developing teachers. We have lots of training every week, and that's something that I really enjoy. I think really try not to be too much of a perfectionist. You can spend an infinite amount of time on your slides for each lesson, and it doesn't necessarily make your lesson a lot better.
One very practical thing is clear the decks. So for the first half term, certainly, the rest of life needs to go on hold. So it's very trivial, but get the trip to the dentist booked, get the, all those bits and pieces, because you cannot say to your head of department, oh, I've got this appointment Thursday morning I'll be in it. Like, no, you will be at school all day, every day. So clear the decks, get your clothing sorted, think about what you're going to have for food. If you're going to make lunch, think about all those really practical things, because everything in those first few weeks, you want all your resources on just getting your head around teaching.
I would say to anyone who wants to join a wonderful profession like teaching, be brave. You've got so much you can teach students just from the life you've lived, and if you've got a subject expertise that you could bring into the classroom, we're going to love to see you.